Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, a Manatee County animal shelter will remain closed for the next few days to deal with their second virus outbreak of 2018. At least 5 puppies at Nate's Honor Animal Rescue in Bradenton are fighting the life-threatening disease parvo. Unfortunately, it wasn't detected before at least one of those dogs was adopted out to an unlucky owner. ABC 7's Erica Jackson spoke with that owner and tells us how the shelter is working to stop the spread of the virus.
I got so excited and fell in love with him instantly. He is perfect.
3-month-old Aries wasn't always a quiet pup. Emily Gentry fell in love with his energy when she adopted him from Nate's Honor Animal Rescue last week. But on Thursday, the vet tech noticed Aries was lethargic while vomiting and defecating frequently. He was soon diagnosed with the potentially deadly parvovirus.
To come home with a dog that already contracted parvo before me even getting him in my care made me feel really powerless.
I don't know if it's necessarily something that keeps happening here. It's something that just keeps happening, period.
Nate's Associate Director Karen Slumba says it's a bad year for parvo outbreaks around the country and says another unnamed shelter in Manatee County is also dealing with the virus. This is Nate's second parvo outbreak since January, with the last epidemic costing the nonprofit $25,000 and killing 1 puppy.
We shut down our shelter, we deep cleaned, and everything was fine. And then, of course, we just had some new ones with parvo come in.
Nate's discovered 5 dogs were fighting the virus this week after one showed symptoms, with tests returning positive. Slumba says it's hard to figure out how dogs contract the virus, but believes the pups had it when they arrived.
It was interesting that the 2 litters that tested positive came from the same transport. So in all likelihood, they had contracted it prior to coming here.
Staff at Nate's is working around the clock to care for the sick animals and cleaning every inch of the shelter. Gentry won't take Nate's up on its offer to return Aries and get a full refund, but she wants other rescued dogs to get tested for the virus.
I couldn't imagine someone else going through the pain that I'm currently going through with him.
All right, thank you, Erica. And Nate's will remain closed through at least Wednesday. It could be longer if more cases are discovered. The shelter tells us that they're confident that the dogs that have been diagnosed will make full recoveries. In other news, a black mark for a local utility office. A new report released from Environment Florida ranks the Siesta Key Utility Authority in Sarasota the 2nd highest industrial polluter in the state. This is a citizen-based advocacy organization, and they found 27 instances where there was an exceedance of pollution into the Grand Canal on Siesta Key over the last 21 months. For total industrial polluters, Environment Florida ranks our own state the 10th worst in the nation. And well, did everyone enjoy their holiday weekend? There was certainly no shortage of fun things to do right here on the Suncoast. And here's a look at some of the sights and sounds from a few holiday-themed events happening over the weekend.
I've never seen so many eggs in my life. We actually live in Ruskin, and we don't mind the drive if we can find an Easter egg hunt.
Hope City Church exists to help people find hope and experience home. And what better day to do that than on Easter Sunday?
Here! I got a whole bucket of candy! I love candy and toys. It's really a great time for family and to appreciate God.
This has become a really wonderful tradition here at Maurice Selby Botanical Gardens. This is our 3rd year doing it, and it's just wonderful to see all of these families coming together to enjoy the holiday. We have Easter egg hunts and face painting and all kinds of fun for the whole family.
This is our 15th annual Easter egg hunt for the children. It's an event that we've been doing since our inception.
We've been coming to Children's Garden for about 9 years, and it's a good, safe place for the kids to play. They can kind of roam on their own. You don't have to worry about their safety.
It's the treats, and it's also the finding them.
I'm bringing my friend Jackson out for a day of fun activities and to see the big trucks, which he loves.
The Easter egg hunt was great, but it's also a great idea to introduce kids to all of the things the community does and the county does with all the great trucks.
We went and looked at all the fire trucks and the police cars.
Yeah.
If you missed it this year, please come next year.
Certainly a fun weekend for many folks, but the work week is back, and let's take it over to Wendy Ross for a check on our first alert weather forecast tonight. Wendy?
Well, things have switched up just a little bit tonight because we've had the sea breezes converging, and so this is what has created all of the rain that we've been getting just in the past couple of hours. Most of the heaviest rains have been over the center of the state, and we have just seen not really very much at the coast, but as you can see, east of I-75 is where we've been getting a lot of the rain until you go down to the south, and Charlotte County has been seeing some showers developing, and those are continuing at this hour, but things are really dying down, and we should start to clear out in the next couple of hours. But right now, if you're in Charlotte County, especially around the harbor, you're getting some of the rains here, but for the most part, those heavy rains have definitely died down. And so for the next couple of hours, that's what we're going to continue to see, is a little bit of that lessening there. We still have some cloud cover coming in, and then we're going to start to see the winds coming in out of the south, and that is going to create some very warm temperatures over the next 24-hour period. 71 degrees right now, partly cloudy skies with winds coming in out of the north-northeast at 5 miles per hour. Adam?
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, Suncoast shoppers could be in jeopardy tonight after a company with 2 locations here in our area announced a data breach. The parent company for the department store chains Saks Fifth Avenue, Saks Off Fifth, and Lord & Taylor announcing the compromise of some of its customers' personal information. The company says it is investigating and working on containing the breach. A New York-based security firm says a hacking group announced last week that it had put up for sale more than 5 million stolen credit and debit cards, and that the compromised records came from Saks and Lord & Taylor customers. At this time, the number of stores or customers affected has not been released. There is a Saks Fifth Avenue at the University Town Center Mall and a Saks Off Fifth located at the Ellington Outlets. Well, if you want to save money the next time you go shopping for a smartphone, listen up. With the price of the latest high-tech phones pushing $1,000, the secondhand market is now picking up. Many carriers and sites like Gazelle and Glide are selling refurbished phones, and by choosing to buy secondhand, you can save up to half on the price of what you would pay in stores.
The other big aspect is the storage capacity. You get a lot more bang for your buck with the storage if you go with a used phone option.
And if you're planning to upgrade from an older model, you can also make some money by selling your old phone. Using sites like Flipsy, you can find out where to sell your phone and what it's worth. Now, experts say before you sell that phone, make sure your device is no longer under contract. Also, unlink any accounts to your Facebook and email from the phone. And finally, perform a factory reset to wipe any stored data. A new tool is helping seniors and those without transportation in the state become more independent. It's called Find a Ride Florida, and it's unveiling an interactive mapping tool. It gives users a simple way to punch in where they are and where they want to go to find the best ride for their time and budget. The project coordinator for Find a Ride Florida says the aim is to let people know about all of their options that are available.
So we connect to transportation service providers. So this could be, non-medical transportation. It could be taxis, regional transit system. So the bus, paratransit, a wide variety of both public and private options.
Find a Ride Florida is paid for by the Florida Department of Transportation, and if you're interested in using the tool, here it is on your screen. You can go to the website safeandmobileseniors.org/find a ride. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the future of nearly 700,000 immigrant dreamers in doubt. President Trump facing backlash after announcing there will be no deal for DACA. Plus, uncertainty for students returning to class tomorrow as teachers across the country go on strike. We'll show you which states are feeling the pressure the most.
You now have the power to prioritize your Facebook feed and get local news and information from the team you trust. Go to the ABC 7 Sarasota page on Facebook. Give us a like, then click following and choose See First. That's it. Customize even more by choosing notifications. Choose breaking news, posts, live videos, anything you want to see in real time. Take control of your newsfeed and stay connected to what's happening in your community with ABC 7 on Facebook.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 3 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317. Go online or visit a Target store today.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blog, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast restaurant guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Now to the battle over immigration and DACA, the program that allows nearly 700,000 Dreamers, undocumented immigrants brought here as children, to stay in the United States. And as ABC's Richard Cantu reports, President Trump sounding off on Twitter and in person, putting their future in doubt, saying there will be no deal.
A rare Easter Sunday appearance from President Trump, and with it, a message slamming the door shut on Dreamers.
A lot of people are coming in because they want to take advantage of DACA, and we're going to have to really see. They had a great chance. The Democrats blew it.
Those comments hours after the president tweeted about security along the Mexican border, tweeting, "Caravans coming. Republicans must go to nuclear option to pass tough laws now. No more DACA deal." Roughly an hour before that tweet, a story appeared on Fox News about Central Americans marching through Mexico to the U.S. border to shed light on migrants and poverty.
It's illegal to go from one country to another, which is a clear standoff with this president who thinks otherwise.
The president connecting that march to DACA, the 2012 program created by President Obama to protect some 700,000 immigrants who came to the U.S. as kids. New arrivals can't apply for protection under DACA. The president ended the program last year, but gave Congress 6 months to come up with a solution. The issue is now tied up in the courts. As a candidate, he was strongly against DACA.
We will immediately terminate President Obama's 2 illegal executive amnesties.
But as president,
we are going to deal with DACA with heart.
Truly, it should be a bill of love.
The president wanted funding for a wall in exchange for a solution on DACA, but he couldn't reach a deal with the Democrats.
Build that wall. Build that wall. Who's going to pay for the wall? 100%.
The president's Twitter barrage also took aim at Mexico, threatening to nix NAFTA, the trade deal between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
And in other news, it's not just students out protesting for rights. Tonight, teachers staging protests across the country. These educators demanding better pay in Arizona, Kentucky, and Oklahoma. In Kentucky, educators are calling in sick to march against recent reductions in their pension. Their frustration echoed in Oklahoma, which ranks 49th in teacher pay. And the call for change is only expected to get louder as thousands of teachers are expected to skip school tomorrow, shutting down entire districts as they fight for more funds, smaller class sizes, and less teacher turnover.
People do need to act now.
I can't even afford to have my kids on my health insurance.
This activism coming on the heels of a successful strike in West Virginia. Teachers there striking for 9 days and lawmakers eventually agreeing on a 5% pay increase. The Federal Aviation Administration and the National Transportation Safety Board are investigating after a home-built plane crashed in California. That collision killing the plane's 2 occupants. Despite a clear and sunny day, the craft went down on Saturday afternoon. The cause of the crash is also under investigation. Well, back here on the Sun Coast, we had certainly clear skies for part of the day, at least out along the coast. I don't know much about inland, but it seemed very clear.
Everyone had beautiful sky conditions starting early this morning and going until about 7 o'clock tonight. It was really quite nice, and we had a little bit of cloud cover that started east and then during the evening hours started to move towards the west coast. So this is what it looked like all day long from our Sarasota Bay Cam, and you can see a lot of people taking advantage of the waterways and getting out and enjoying the warm air and the clear skies. Notice we just had nothing but clear blue skies all the way till 6:30 right here along the coastline, and then during the evening we started to get the rain showers forming as a result of a collision between the sea breeze on the west coast and the sea breeze on the east coast. So they got together and they formed a line right here where we had most of the rain that took place throughout the evening hours. And now things are starting to die down a little bit as we begin to cool off a little bit as well. But the heaviest rainfall was primarily around Wauchula, Arcadia, and now that is all drifting on up towards the north. And we've been getting some showers down around Charlotte County. They've had some heavier rains reported there, but you can see that they've been glancing off into the Charlotte Harbor area and then now moving out into the Gulf of Mexico. And the lighter rain still taking place well east of I-75. Nothing happening much along the Gulf Coast, but take a look at the rainfall amounts. You can see about an inch of rain down over the southern sections between Bradenton and Sarasota, and then we move east and we're looking at over an inch to an inch and a half, a little over that, across parts of Wauchula and Arcadia, and lesser amounts in between. In some places not getting anything. So for tonight, we're going to see those rains pretty much abating, and then we're going to be left with a couple of clouds coming on through. The winds start to shift around. They're going to be coming in out of the south, and that's going to help to raise our temperatures up throughout the day tomorrow. So we are looking for warmer readings coming back into the forecast. A little bit of cloudiness throughout the overnight time period. We're going to be left with partly cloudy skies for us. A few showers during the afternoon hours. Once again, that sea breeze from the east coast meeting up with the west coast, and we're going to see that line of rain developing during the afternoon or late part of the day into the evening hours for tomorrow. But we won't see a whole lot along the coastline once again. And those warm temperatures are going to be back with us. We've got a stationary front now helping to produce some showers here across the central part of the country. And then we have the next cold front, and that's already out west, and it's going to march across the country, and we're going to start to feel the effects of that by Thursday here across the Sun Coast. That's what we've got to look forward to. And we had highs today that climbed up to 83 degrees. The overnight low was 65, and you can see where we're supposed to be 59 and 78. That's normal. So this was well above normal, and we're going to see that again for tomorrow. So today we had a high of 87 in Arcadia, 89 in Punta Gorda, 85 Wauchula, and even farther to the east, temperatures close to 90 degrees. Along the west coast, right along the coastline, of course, temperatures were much cooler in the low 80s, and right now everyone is reporting temperatures in the 70s. So tomorrow we're going to get back up into the 80s, and for the most part we could see those temperatures in the low 80s once again. And if you're heading off to the beach tomorrow, another great beach day, southeasterly winds, 10 knots and 1 to 2 foot seas. So over the next several days, we're going to have another great start to the week. We've got a little bit of morning fog on Tuesday. That cold front will become a cool front by Thursday. Temperature may be 78 degrees, not much in the way of rainfall. We keep our temperatures mostly in the 80s throughout the entire time period, and maybe introduce some rain back in the forecast next weekend. Adam?
All right, thank you, Wendy. We got sports coming up after a break. Stick around.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but one of the teachers was Miss Araceli. She gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll sit there with you until you get it. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
I used to dread getting up and going to work.
I was done with the corporate grind.
I was tired of being a starving artist.
And I started looking around for a business that I believed in, and I kind of wanted to do something a little more green.
My SCORE mentor helped me take the first step.
He helped me create a business plan and helped me implement it.
They've really taught me how to think big.
SCORE helped me to make the unimaginable possible, all for free. I'm here because of SCORE.
I'm here because of SCORE.
Get your free business mentor at SCORE.org.
My name is Haley. I have Fragile X syndrome. I work with Chartwells at Einstein's and FAU. I like being up front and interacting with students. The students are very nice and very hungry. Having a job is a big ticket for independence.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. Sarasota Society photographer Cliff Rolls previews April events. Plus, we celebrate Beer Day with Calusa Brewing.
Monday at 4 on Suncoast View.
Now, sports.
Just a few days after exploding for 7 goals against the Rangers, the Lightning struggling to light the lamp in front of their home crowd tonight. The Predators, on the other hand, needing only a few minutes to get on the board right away. Ryan Johansson on the wrister right there. Start of the second period, Andrei Vasilevsky gets turned around on a deflection from his own teammate. Take another look right here. You can see it hit off the defender and right through Vazzy's legs. It's 2-0 Nashville. The Lightning's only goal coming on a forecheck effort in the second period. The Bolts lose their 4th of their last 5 games, and only 3 remain before the playoffs begin. The Rays lost their first series of the season. Once again, it was the offense that struggled the most. Just 1 run on 8 hits for the Rays today. It was a solo home run by Brad Miller. You saw it right there. Tampa Bay starter Jacob Faria struggling a bit in the 4th game against the division rival Red Sox, walking 3 over 4 innings. But he only gave up 1 run before exiting the game.
I thought he was okay. He competed really well. Got out of whack a couple times, couple costly walks there.
Just not able to put those guys away. Trying to be too fine. There's a lot of guys I was able to get ahead of 0-1, 0-2 real quick. And just not able to put them away.
Next up, Big Apple. The Rays are heading north for 2 games against the Yankees starting tomorrow afternoon, and they will not return home until April 13th. Well, if you missed the NCAA Women's Tournament finale tonight, it was your loss. Notre Dame tied with Mississippi State until that 3-pointer with 3 seconds to go. Irish calling on Arike Ogunbowale, who hit a game winner already in this tournament, and she caps off the biggest comeback in title game history. Notre Dame rallying from a 15-point deficit in the 3rd quarter to win their 2nd national title in dramatic fashion. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips. We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Northland Outdoors is about so much more than the biggest fish or the hottest hunting spots. All across the Northland, there are amazing people with incredible stories to tell. We're going to find those stories and share them with everyone.
Join us each and every week as we explore the Northland and experience some of the most exciting outdoor adventures in the country right here in our own backyard. This is Northland Outdoors.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Steven Spielberg certainly enjoyed the holiday weekend. His latest film, Ready Player One, topping the box office and giving the director his biggest weekend opening in a decade. The film made just over $41 million. Tyler Perry's latest installation, Acrimony, taking the #2 spot with just over $17 million. And in the third spot, you guessed it, Marvel's and Disney's mega hit Black Panther still in the top 3, taking in just over $11 million at the box office. It's currently the 5th largest domestic release of all time, and climbing, I guess we can all assume at this point.
How could anybody, though, go to the movies this weekend, or at least today, because the weather was so fantastic. You had to be outdoors, and it's not going to be a problem for your morning commute either tomorrow. We've got a little bit of cloud cover around, temperatures in the 60s and 70s, no rain for your morning commute.
Yeah, but you'll just have to watch that sunlight from work.